out of here. The whole town will be down on us in a minute. Go on, get going. Trackdown. Starring Robert Culp.
Hoby Gilman had a vacation coming. He'd had it coming for over 3 years, but each time he'd gotten to the packing stage, there'd been an interruption. This day was no different. At 3 minutes after 8 on June 16th, he'd gotten a message from Sheriff Joe French of Easton, Texas. Hoby didn't bother to unpack. He left for town.
You Hoby Gilman?
Yeah.
The sheriff's waiting for you over at the depot.
Oh, thanks.
You bet.
What's the matter, you old fake? Can't you do a job without me?
Hiya, boy. Glad you could come.
Your word didn't leave much choice. It better be good, Joe. You sure messed up a nice fishing trip.
Oh, you can take it later. This ought to be duck soup for you. Kind of thing they teeth you on up to Austin.
Flattery ain't gonna get you anywhere with me, homie. Well, who are they?
Well, that was George Astor. And the other one is Crazy Ernie.
You got an end name?
And none that I ever heard of.
What happened?
Well, the way it looks, these two came in to rob the safe. The clerk caught them. There was some shooting.
Where's the clerk now?
Oh, he's next door to Doc Mitchell's. He got it pretty good.
You gonna make it?
Toss a coin.
Well, they weren't kidding.
They must have used at least 3 or 4 sticks.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know what you call me for. Looks like you got the whole picture. Everything's cut and dried.
Yeah, I guess that's how they figured it would look.
What do you mean?
I found this on the bodies. How much money do you think is there?
$200.
Huh. There was over 9,000 in the safe.
How'd you know?
Well, a couple of days ago, Ethan told me he was coming in. Said he was worried somebody might try to take it.
That's the clerk.
Ethan Phelps. Somebody got away with over $8,000.
Well, maybe somebody off the street took it before you got here.
I don't think so, Hope. We found tracks out and back. It wasn't hard after the cloudburst. The way we see it, there were 3 men in on the deal.
Well, even so, it doesn't concern me. Now, this is a local fair.
Texas money, Hope. Being shipped from Dallas to Sabine, that drops it right in your lap.
Thanks a lot.
I got a couple of things going for you.
Yeah, well, all right, lay them out.
Well, the way we see it, whoever did it is still in town. The roads have been watched since, ever since we heard the safe go.
Well, that's some help. Not many people on the road this kind of weather. You got any ideas?
And there's 700 people in Easton.
Yeah.
Take your pick. Evening, Jed. You know Hoby Gilman?
Yeah, hi.
Doc, how's he doing?
Not good. Took the bullet in the lung. Lost a lot of blood.
How soon do you think we'll be able to talk to him?
Can't give you time. Might not be at all.
Well, it's pretty important that we talk to him, Doc. Isn't there something you can do to help us out?
Yeah. But I won't. He needs all the strength he's got just to live. Not to answer questions.
Has he said anything at all?
As for his wife, she's outside.
Yeah, I know, we saw her.
Yeah, poor kid. She's got enough on her mind without this.
Well, if he starts to come out, we'd sure appreciate it if you'd let us know.
Where'll I find you?
You won't have to look far.
All right.
He's got to come out of it, Doc. We have to talk to him.
Huh. He's got another reason.
There's no change, Larissa. No change at all.
Miss Phelps, I hate to bother you at a time like this, but there are a few questions that I have to ask.
I understand.
Do you know if your husband talked to anyone about the money being in the safe?
Talk to me. Talk about how it was such a responsibility.
Did he talk to anyone else?
Not that I know of.
Well, I hope you'll understand, Mrs. Phelps, but, did either you or your husband have any money worries?
What?
Did you owe money to anyone, someone who might have been putting pressure on your husband for payment?
What are you trying to prove, Hoby?
How about it, Mrs. Phelps?
What is it you're trying to say, Mr. Gilman?
Well, it's a very simple question, ma'am.
We're not rich, if that's what you mean. We do pay our debts. My husband doesn't have to steal to do it.
I didn't mean any offense. I'm sorry.
There was something wrong, something that didn't fit. But Hoby Gilman couldn't pin it down.
Well, I can tell you one thing. I'd sure like to get my hands on the men that did it.
A lot of us feel like that.
Sheriff doesn't seem to. He's not doing anything about it.
That ain't exactly fair, Dan. Not much you can do about it right now.
And I'm not buying that all the way.
Give Joe a little time. He'll come up with the man what done it. Yeah?
Right.
Oh, sure thing, Ranger. You here on account of the robbery?
I'm interested, yeah.
There, you see, Dan? Old Joe's already sent for the Rangers.
Is that right?
I'm here.
What have you done?
Talked to some people.
Well, you haven't asked me anything.
All right, what do you know?
Well, nothing about the robbery, but I can sure tell you how this town feels about Easton Phelps.
Go ahead.
Well, whoever stole that money and shot Easton isn't going to get away with it.
I thought the sheriff had it all tied up.
Nice try, Ranger, but we know there was a third person in on it.
You do you?
Yeah, there isn't much happens in this town we don't find out about.
Maybe you know who we're looking for.
Well, if I did, none of us would be sitting around here. You can bet your bottom dollar on that. I thought Rangers moved pretty fast. You certainly aren't getting anything done sitting there boozing.
I don't know. I'm listening to you shoot your mouth off.
That badge doesn't give you license to talk to me like that.
Then you better understand something. Words like you've been throwing around don't help anything. This is a law matter, and it's going to be handled like one.
What does that mean?
You fellas stand around and chatter about what you're going to do when you get your hands on the gunman. And I'm telling you what you had better do. You better turn him over to me or to the sheriff. Don't try to carry it yourself.
That's the word, huh?
Yeah, you heard it.
Well, now I'm going to tell you something, Ranger. Easton Phelps is a friend of mine. He's a friend to everybody in this room. I've known him personally since he came to Easton. There isn't a more truthful, honest, likable man in town. Well, I don't know how they do things where you come from, but around here we go by the book. An eye for an eye. And that's the way it's going to be, Ranger. Don't get in the way or you'll get stomped.
Hey, Ranger.
I got some information you could use.
About what?
That robbery tonight.
After I hear it.
How do I know you'll pay?
You don't?
I was supposed to be there tonight.
Where?
Down at the station, along with Georgie and Crazy Ernie. I was hired along with them.
When was this?
Yesterday. Mr. Phelps, he said he had a job of work to be done. Said it wasn't real hard, and he'd give us $1 apiece if we'd help out.
Let's start this off right. Now, who are you?
Name's Helen Farr.
Helen?
Folks figured on a girl and just didn't bother to change the name. Got me in a peck of trouble.
Yes, I can imagine. Well, go ahead.
Well, that's about it. Just that if I'd have been down to the station, I'd probably got killed along with Georgie and Crazy Ernie.
Why wasn't you there?
I ran into a bottle of rye.
Mm-hmm.
Chased something else, too.
Yeah.
That Mr. Phelps, he ain't the angel everybody's making him out to be.
What do you mean?
I seen him down at the station when he thought no one was looking. Him and that girl.
Who?
That Sherry Lemare, or whatever her name is. I seen them a couple of times. I was sleeping on the platform. There's in the station acting real cozy like.
Who is the woman?
I just know her to see. She lives down at the hotel.
There now?
As far as I know.
Is that everything?
You got it all. At least $1. That's what I'd have got if I'd have been down at the station.
The clerk at the hotel said there was a Miss Sherry Lamar registered in the President's suite. It didn't take much talk to get in to see her.
Now, where were we,
We were talking about Ethan Phelps.
And I told you I don't know him.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Well, you certainly do live very nice.
I try.
You must have a rich father.
Not exactly.
Do you mind telling me how you pay for this?
With money.
Where does it come from?
The bank.
Where are you from?
North.
Well, there's a lot of Texas up there.
Town you probably never heard of. Town called Ropesville.
I've ridden through.
It's a real stump hole. Come on now. What are you really after, huh?
Nothing I could put in my pocket. I'm just asking questions.
That's all?
Mm-hmm.
More?
No, thank you. I think I'd better go.
Why? It's early yet.
Not for me.
Tell me something. What do you have to do that's so important,
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try. Something the matter?
The time, the place, and you.
Get out of here. Go on. Get out of here. You show up around here again and I'll have you killed.
Are you sure you don't know Ethan Phelps?
Morning, Hoby. Joe? You find out anything last night?
No, I tied up a few loose ends. You find out anything?
Nah, I guess I owe you an apology, boy.
Why?
I telegraphed to Austin last night. I just wanted to prove that you were wrong about Phelps.
Yeah?
You called it. He's an escaped convict. They even got a reward out for him.
What'd he go to jail for?
Armed robbery. Place up north. Ropesville.
There's no change. He's just as he was. Is there any word who did it?
No, ma'am.
Larissa, did Ethan ever say anything to you about what he did before he came to Easton?
No. But he lived up north somewhere near the border. Remember the name of the place? Why?
Nothing.
How about it?
I don't think you'll ever get anything out of him.
How long?
Maybe tonight.
No, I won't let him. I won't.
Larissa. Now, here. This is going to help. Larissa, come now. Come now. Come. No.
Ethan, tell us who shot you.
What do you think?
There's still a piece missing.
What do you mean?
I know why, and I know how. Now, let's see if we can find out who.
Well, how's the big man doing today?
Moving around.
Got your man yet? Say, tell me something, Ranger. What's all this guff they spread around about how you fellas never stop till you get your man? Maybe it ought to be till you get your bottle.
I've been looking for you.
I ain't been running.
I talked to the doctor.
So did I.
What's the matter, Joe? Is the big star giving you trouble?
Now stay out of this, Dan. It doesn't concern you.
Anything hits Easton, we all feel it. What's the beef?
Gilman has ordered the doctor to bring Phelps around to where he can talk.
Can Doc do that?
Says it can.
Why?
The ranger wants the name of the man who shot Phelps.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. We all want it.
Yeah, but the strain might kill him.
Is this true, Ranger?
Yeah, it might.
Well, then you better not do it.
I'm going to tell you the same thing I told the sheriff. I talk for Texas, and Texas says it's going to be done. You've been doing a lot of shooting your mouth off about my not doing anything. Well, now I'm doing it. Another hour, I'll know who I'm after.
What happens when you get the name?
Well, what do you mean?
Who gets him? Us or Texas?
That's no problem. All I'm interested in is seeing he's in custody. An hour from now, he will be. It's with a drink. You're wasting your time.
You all right, Hope?
Yeah.
Charlie.
You can't do anything to me.
No?
You can't. You can't prove anything.
That's a matter of opinion. What are you doing here?
I came to talk to Ethan.
You're a little late. He died this afternoon.
With a knife in your hand? What do you want to say to him?
Same as you. I wanted the name of the robber.
But you already knew it, Charlie. Come on. Why don't you admit it?
You can't prove anything.
We think we can. You want us to tell you what happened? Your friend, Sherry Lamar, knew Phelps up in Ropesville before he went to jail. When he escaped, he come down here, tried to make a new start. She found out about it and followed him.
She blackmailed him and took him for every dime he ever had, which wasn't enough. Then she and her new friend got the idea for the robbery. You worked on Ethan until he was all ready to go along with it. Sherry told him that if he turned over the contents of the safe, she'd leave him alone. And he was all ready to do it.
The two of you worked out a great plan. It looked like Ethan had been robbed. You hired the town drunks. It couldn't miss, and it didn't. Only Ethan didn't know how it was going to end. Just you and Sherry held that card. How about it, Charlie? Isn't that about the way it happened?
She told you. The dirty rotten girl. I'll kill her. It takes the rest of my life. I'll get to her.
Sure you will. Come on, let's go.
Now, if there's anything I can do for you, Larissa, let me know.
I will, Joe. Thanks for everything.
Oh, how are you fixed for money?
I'll make out.
Well, that reminds me.
What's
Here.
this?
That's the reward for getting the money back.
But I haven't anything to do with it.
Mr. Phelps died trying to stop the thieves. The railroad wants you to have it.
Thanks so much, Mr. Gilman. I hope you realize now that Ethan had nothing to do with the holdup.
Yes, ma'am, I know that now. Goodbye, Miss Phelps.
Bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Larissa.
Bye, Charles.
What gave it to you first, Hope?
Huh?
When did you first find out that Ethan had something to do with it?
A safe. If you're gonna blow a box, you gotta find a way to get the dynamite inside. This one didn't have any marks on it. So it had to have been open. Combination, Ethan. Had to be.
Pretty smart.
Kind of thing they tee this on up to Austin.